Hi, I'm Boris the Bee Guy. It's mid-March, and these bees from my forest beehive apiary have overwintered well and soon will be out foraging. When honeybees forage naturally and collect nectar and pollen only from real flowers in a natural habitat, each flower imparts its own essence, its soul, and its unique flavor and taste to the honey the bees make. What if instead of natural foraging, these honeybees were heavily sugar-fed in order to increase the size of the honey harvest? In beekeeping, the quality and taste of raw natural honey often differs significantly between large-scale commercial beekeeping operations and small-scale local beekeepers producing small batches of honey. Large-scale commercial beekeepers are mostly focused on honey quantity versus its quality. Sometimes, even small-scale local beekeepers would produce two very different batches of honey, one large, low-quality batch for sale, and the other small batch of great honey for their own family consumption. When I was 11, my grandma and I were guests of honor at a beekeeper's house. And while giving us her honey, the beekeeper said that she would be treating us like family. And instead of giving us the regular honey from her sugar-fed bees that she sells at farmers' markets, she would treat us with a much better honey from her separate, small batch from a very few family-only beehives where the bees were never sugar-fed. And the taste of that honey is still in my memory. That was the first time I tasted a real all-natural honey, without that boring industrial-style aftertaste of the conventional pretend honey. Sugar-feeding the bees can quadruple the harvest, as the more sugar they are fed, the greater the harvest they produce. Higher honey quantity comes at the expense of its quality and taste and health benefits. Beekeepers, whose bees only forage naturally, often refer to that mass-produced, low-quality honey from heavily sugar-fed bees as funny honey. Sadly, most consumers worldwide are unaware that they've only ever encountered an unauthentic, funny honey. Most consumers have never experienced the true taste and health benefits of authentic, 100% naturally foraged honey, rich in bee bread and made by honeybees that were never fed sugar, never treated with chemicals, and never foraged on farm fields heavily sprayed with pesticides. As opposed to conventional funny honey, naturally foraged real honey, including ours, always has some bee bread in it. Bee bread is what the bees feed their young with. It's a protein-rich, aromatic substance packed with nutrients. It contains pollen fermented with bees' enzymes. Bee bread can only be safely collected by beekeepers who do not treat their bees with any chemicals. Bee bread substantially increases the taste and nutritive value of honey. So what's the taste of real raw honey that's 100% naturally foraged? My PT, Jay, sent this video of him tasting our forest beehive honey for the first time.
This might be the best honey I've ever had.